If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
What are you doing this Thursday night? Why not drop by Sullivan's Steakhouse on Light Street? A fabulous dining room, a sexy bar, jazz music, $5 martinis, and food specials. Seafood, steaks, and value. That's Sully's.
Sportstalk competition, Jay Trucker back in the house. Jay, give it up. How you doing? How's things? Good?
Doing well, doing well. Thanks for having me again.
Good to have you aboard. As always, you've been a Kimo Sabe co-host here. You've been a Coors Light King of Baltimore Sports Talk participant, and now you're blogging actively, and I appreciate all the blogs, WNST.net. You are quite the active blogger. You are.
Thank you, thank you. I just put something up a couple of hours ago, too, so...
What are you writing about? Give me what's on your mind. What have you been, for the folks that haven't been checking out your blogs, one of the things we do here is we like to use the radio to talk about the blogs, right? So, you know, a lot of folks don't know who you are, and, you know, I think they should. You write some great stuff here. You're a writer by trade and a professor of English. So, the one thing I can say, I never have to correct your, you know, your grammar, spelling, usage. You are a scholar, Jay Trucker.
Thank you, Nestor. I appreciate it. It's a high compliment coming from you.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm an okay writer. That's what I do.
You're a very good writer.
Yeah, well, you're an outstanding writer. So compliments flowing everywhere. What are you writing about?
Recently, I had a bunch of questions try to generate some feedback from readers and from listeners, beginning with asking whether or not May is a good sports month here in Baltimore. Certainly there's a lot going on, but being a two-sport town and lacking...
Or 1.5 in this case, or maybe 1 1/10.
Exactly. Is this a good month or a bad month? Last Saturday I sort of happened into watching the Kentucky Derby, and it got me thinking about May as a sports month.
Well, the reason we did this competition was April is so fertile. I mean, we have NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, Masters, Derby, NASCAR, Orioles, draft. Now we have mini camp. It's just it's a really good time to sit here and talk about sports, and I think it's a time of year for hope for most franchises.
Most franchises.
Yes.
Sure. And then the other couple of things that I did, I put together, put out a periodic report card, issuing some grades for Orioles players, some very good, some very bad, some a little bit in between, and I also asked some multiple choice questions about what you would do if you were Dave Tremblay, Dave Tremblay, Peter Angelos, and Andy MacPhail all wrapped up into one. What would you do to improve this team and try to make it at least respectable in 2009? Before we even delve into what to do beyond 2009, what would you do this year to make this team better? That's a couple of things I've been asking on the blog.
All right. Well, you've been doing some Raven stuff. You've been doing some NHL, some NBA. What else are you into besides the seam head stuff with the Birds?
I did a little bit of NBA stuff. A couple of days ago, I delved into the Derby, delved into the Pacquiao-Hatton fight a little bit.
See, now that's something I've lost. You know, I've lost my boxing, Jones. I don't watch the big fights. I was a heavyweight fight guy. I was a Sugar Ray guy. I was a Hearns guy. I mean, right around Roy Jones, Holyfield on the back end of that, it kind of... I don't know that we have 10 listeners that can name the heavyweight champion of the world. I don't think people even know who it is.
A lot of people... there's more...
Do you know who it is, just as an aside? I don't either.
Are there three? Are there three?
I guess. I don't even know how many organizations. Well, WBA, WBO, IBF.
IBF, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like alphabet soup. But I just, as an aside, that's what's happening.
It is. But Pacquiao, I mean, just his speed combined with his power is just ridiculous. So just watching him a little bit, and prior to the fight, when people were saying it was going to go 9 rounds, I thought, it certainly doesn't look in the training videos like these are an even matchup, and sure enough, 2 rounds, 127 punches later, it was over. But to throw 127, mostly power punches in under 6 minutes is pretty incredible.
Oh yeah, I mean there's a lot of flurry. I actually saw part of a replay on it earlier this week, but I don't have a rooting interest. One of the things about boxing as a kid was you either loved Ali or you hated him. You either loved Sugar Ray or you hated him. You either loved Marvin Hagler or you hated him. I don't know if these guys have done, you know, other than De La Hoya and maybe Mayweather, you know, they make the noise to make the sport interesting for people. And UFC and MMA have just skyrocketed in popularity. Everybody, 5 years ago, nobody knew what it was. Now everybody's got 10 friends that are into it.
That's right. It's like UFC 98 or 99 or something like that. But they're huge now.
What are they going to do when they go triple digits here? Are we going to have number 241?
Just reboot it and go back to 1, I think.
Yeah, just you should name them after the cities they're fighting in, or after the brand them to the stars. It's, you know, it's Ali Frazier.
Or do it like WWE and have every month you have your trademark pay-per-view. You know?
Right.
The WrestleMania.
SmackDown, Crackdown, Broken bag. Right,
Exactly.
we do all that stuff. All right, Jay, you ready to do 15 minutes of sports radio?
15 minutes, yeah.
15 minutes on the clock with Jay Trucker, Coors Light, king of Baltimore sports talk competition. For those of you just tuning in, Jay's going to come back, do 15 minutes. Semifinals at Donna's and Dundalk. Winner is headed to Bermuda, courtesy of the Cruise Lady and Royal Caribbean.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.